They said it would never happen. Yet the countdown to a potential Champions League showdown between Madrid and Arsenal has sparked endless debates. Imagine two of Europe's biggest clubs colliding, each boasting a roster loaded with top talent, some rising, some already legends, and a few facing rumors that might just rattle their confidence. Today, we're peeling back the layers and diving into the players everyone's talking about. From emerging stars to seasoned veterans, each name carries a story. Some uplifting, some packed with mysteries. If you think you know everything, trust me, there's more to uncover. Vinicius Jr. is no stranger to high-pressure moments. From the minute he set foot in Madrid, people branded him as the next global superstar. But behind the scenes, whispers suggest it hasn't always been smooth sailing. Rival fans love to stir up controversies, especially when it comes to his passionate style and occasional fiery outbursts. Those heated flashes on the field might win him admirers, but they've also earned him critics who question his ability to stay cool under pressure. And still, the rumors persist. There's talk of media hype overshadowing other emerging talents, a narrative that some fans aren't exactly happy about. But if you think the chatter is dying down, guess again. Vinicius seems set on silencing every doubter with an electrifying performance, especially when the stakes reach Champions League territory. His unpredictability could be the wild card that defines the matchup. But that's not the whole story. There's another young star who unexpectedly showed up in Madrid's ranks, and his presence might change everything. When Jude Bellingham first appeared on the radar at Madrid, jaws hit the floor. Pundits raved about his composure and maturity, astonishing traits for someone just stepping into one of the most revered clubs in the world. The typical buzz around such a signing centers on how quickly a young player can adapt. Yet behind the curtain, rumors of internal power struggles and intense training ground debates circulated in hushed whispers. People talked about him clashing with older, established names who weren't too keen on his swift rise to the spotlight. His sensational performances for Dortmund before heading to Spain led many to believe he'd effortlessly slot into Madrid's midfield. But whether it was the language barrier, the sky-high expectations, or the pressure of donning that iconic white jersey, some insiders claim the early days were overwhelming. Certain tabloids speculated about late-night strategy sessions where Bellingham and a close-knit group of coaches dissected every aspect of his game. Diet, recovery, mental preparedness, trying to ensure he doesn't burn out. Despite the swirling rumors, Bellingham has proven his worth on the field. He's shown flashes of brilliance, threading passes only the most elite midfielders can envision. He's hungry to cement his place as a game changer in the Champions League. People are already calling him the secret weapon, and if that label holds true, he might just be the difference maker against Arsenal's hungry squad. The buzz around Bellingham is deafening, but there's an even deeper conversation happening about one of Real Madrid's revered icons, someone who's been at the heart of countless European triumphs. Some call Luka Modric the heartbeat of Real Madrid. Over the years, he's orchestrated some of the most unforgettable nights in Champions League history, painting the pitch with artistry that defies his age. Whispers of him reaching the twilight of his career have surfaced time and again, yet here he is, still setting the rhythm for every game he graces. The big question, though, is, how long can he keep going at this level? Insiders speak of advanced fitness regimens, specialized training, and secret dietary programs aimed at prolonging his prime. There have also been rumors of behind-the-scenes tensions concerning a potential contract extension. Some say that a few suits in the boardroom believe it might be time for a new era. Others insist Madrid can't afford to lose Modric's experience right now. Even fans are torn. On one side, people worship his reliability and calm under pressure. On the other, they're intrigued by the fresh faces hungry to claim the spotlight. What no one disputes is his enormous influence on the locker room. Younger players praise his leadership, describing him as the voice of reason during heated moments. During one particularly challenging period, talk of a breakdown in morale circled the club. Modric was reportedly the glue that kept everything from falling apart. He's that steady presence who can pivot an entire match with a single, pinpoint pass. There was a time when Martin Odegaard was hailed as Real Madrid's future. He arrived in Spain amid wild hype, only for his development to be slower than expected, at least by the club's standards. Conflicting reports described a complicated situation behind the scenes. Some said he felt isolated, that he struggled to find his place among the galaxy of stars in Madrid. Others believed the club never gave him a fair shot. Then came the move to Arsenal. It wasn't just a transfer, it was a chance to reinvent himself. Suddenly, Odegaard found a new environment that gave him creative freedom, and he flourished. Over time, he's become the spark in Arsenal's midfield engine, a leader on and off the pitch. Fans adore his finesse, and his teammates speak of a calm determination that's infectious. But the question is, are there still lingering regrets or unspoken tensions about how things ended in Madrid? Rumor has it that Odegaard keeps a careful eye on his former club's progress, occasionally exchanging messages with old friends in Spain. Is it a cordial relationship, or is he harboring a personal point to prove? When these two sides eventually meet in Europe's most prestigious tournament, the narrative practically writes itself. Arsenal's maestro returning to face the club that once overlooked him. That's the sort of plot twist that can fuel major drama, especially if Odegaard decides to put on the performance of a lifetime. But he's not the only young star wearing red and white, eager to seize the moment. In recent seasons, Bukayo Saka has morphed into one of Arsenal's key figures, a prodigy whose versatility turns heads wherever he plays. Whether it's on the wing or tucked inside, he brings creativity and energy that lights up the pitch. Yet behind the praise lies a quiet debate. Is Arsenal asking too much of him? Too soon? Insiders whisper about recurring little knocks and a grueling schedule. Saka rarely skips a match, and while supporters see him as a symbol of the club's future, some worry he might burn out before he even reaches his peak. Officials at Arsenal are supposedly trying to manage his workload discreetly, not wanting the media to blow any potential issues out of proportion. Saka, for his part, remains a consummate professional, rarely giving the press any juicy sound bites. But the chatter keeps growing. If Arsenal's Champions League run intensifies, can he handle the relentless pace? Or will the demands placed on such young shoulders spark a crisis no one saw coming? Still, if there's one thing Saka thrives on, it's surprising people. Every time he's doubted, he returns with a performance that redefines expectations. And if he pairs up effectively with the Gunners' new wave of attacking firepower, the opposition's defenders might be in for a rude awakening, and that brings us to another potent threat in Arsenal's arsenal, pun intended, one who's eager to prove he can still steal the spotlight on the biggest stage. Real Madrid has invested considerable effort in fortifying its defense, bringing in reinforcements while also relying on new gems such as Asensio, who has performed really well in the matches he has played. The challenge, however, lies in syncing the backline into a cohesive unit. Rumors occasionally surface of disagreements, some players feeling overshadowed, others fighting to hold on to their starting spots. The unspoken question: will everyone be on the same page once the whistle blows? What happens next could redefine both clubs' trajectory this season. Are these defensive lines strong enough to handle the pressure? Or are they ticking time bombs waiting to implode when it matters most? We've explored the rising stars, the living legends, and the potential power struggles lurking just beneath the surface. Vinicius Jr.'s passion could spark a revolution, Jude Bellingham's raw talent might rewrite the future, and Luka Modric's mastery stands to remind everyone that class is indeed permanent. Meanwhile, Arsenal's ascending heroes, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, carry the weight of a club desperate to reclaim its European status.